Today we are going to be talking about the thing that has single-handedly ruined Fnaf theories. That's right, we're going to be talking about the books. Fnaf is a video game franchise. It is mainly a video game franchise. It has books, it has a movie that's being made, but still, the games are what comes first. They are the most important thing. And just like any other video game franchise, it has supplementary material, like comics and novels. But just like how with Mario, its manga is not canon, and Zelda, its mangas are not canon, and Sonic, its many different mangas, comics, and cartoons are not canon, the FNAF books should not be treated as canon. But yet, they are. Even though Scott has told people that they're not canon, they're treated like they're canon and used in theories. So, let's talk about that today. Let's talk about why this is the case. So, when Scott said that stuff from the books were canon to the games, I'm pretty sure what he meant is names, like William Afton, Henry, Henry's daughter's name, William's daughter's name, all of that stuff, like Remnant, the idea of how the animatronics get possessed, are all valid. These are all things that were already shown off in the games or hinted at strongly in the games. So just being pushed slightly to make a conclusion is a-okay with me. But it's one thing to say that that's a thing, and then it's another thing to tell me that illusion discs are real. These are little discs that attach to animatronics and can trick you into seeing them as something else. This has not been proven to be real, and it resorts to us saying that Funtime Freddy has one when we did not see Funtime Freddy ever warp, twist, or shapeshift, which if he had that, he probably would have. We look for animatronics that hide in dirt despite having no evidence of animatronics hiding in dirt. We look for robot children despite having no evidence of robot children. We are looking for so many things from the books despite the fact that there's no signs of these things appearing in the games at all. But the thing is we are so desperate for answers with the game's continuity, so desperate to be satisfied with the story, that we have to resort to taking actual stories and trying to make them canon. And with the first 3 FNAF books, that can be easy. They're the closest to being like the games. It seems like it's a plot that could be from the games. It mentions William, it shows Henry, it mentions a lot from the games. A-okay. But there's also a lot of bullcrap in that wouldn't fly in the games at all. But what really gets me is that people cite stuff like Fazgoo from the other books, or the evil dolls that steal people's souls from the other books, or the time-traveling ball pit in their theories, despite the fact that there is no sign of this stuff existing in the games at all. My thing is that the books should not be seen as canon. The thing that we can do with the books is confirm names. We can confirm small details here and there, but taking the book's ideas of Fazgoo and time travel and super shape-shifting robots, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and they're made just for a Goosebumps knockoff. I don't think we should be using the books to solve the game's inconsistencies. But how do you feel about this, so Luminous?
There's just too much from the books that make no sense, and I'm pretty sure sometimes contradicts stuff that's going on in the actual games, where you just sit there and say, yes, these are canon. Especially when there's stuff going on in the books that just don't make any sense, like robots hiding themselves in the dirt, or sea bonnies, or ball pits that can send you through time. I know the series has gotten more sci-fi, especially with stuff like Remnant and everything, but this is just outrageous. To sit there and go through stuff in the book and try to apply it to the games is ridiculous. The only thing I think you can really take from the books to apply to the games is the names, like William Afton, and some of the overall themes of the stories. Not any of the wacky stuff, not any of the Fazgoo, none of that. Just the overarching theme of a book. Maybe be applied to a game, but I wouldn't be shocked if one of the books had the same themes as what was going on in the games, seeing as how they're kind of working off them a bit. So it's even then, it's not really that good to even use it for that. I just don't think you should use them for your series at all.
The reason why I made this video and the reason why I wanted to have this discussion is because two stories are being used to hold up the whole timeline. The man in room whatever and the Gregory story. And the thing is that just because there's a person named Gregory in the book doesn't mean that it's going to be anything like the Gregory in the games. Like the GGY, we don't know if he's the same Gregory. So to take what we know about him from the book and apply it to the games is ridiculous. And to take what they say about Afton, even though it's not even like really Afton, it's just a dead guy in a hospital room, and apply that to Afton is just ridiculous. The fact that we're holding up the entire timeline on a couple of stories that may or may not be connected to anything is ridiculous. Like, we're building one puzzle with 5 different sets, and it feels like we're making an abomination. There's no fucking sense to this puzzle. We're just gluing pieces together to try to make them stick, and it's not a coherent picture that we can see. So I end this discussion with, let's just forget about the books, please. The books don't matter. They're written for little kids to be bought at the Scholastic Book Fair. Can we stop thinking that these apply to the games at all?